Well, the Buddha had many chief disciples. He had two chief disciples, the two top ones, Venerable Sāriputta and Venerable Mahāmogallāna. Beyond them, he also identified several others, and we usually talk about the 10 chief disciples. Now, Venerable Sāriputta and Venerable Mahāmogallāna, they were good friends. Best buddies. Some would say besties. Best friend forever. But not in that way. The two of them were so good that they had this thing about them. They were young rich kids. Not really kids, young adults. They were rich. They had very good background, and they were enjoying their time together. The two of them had many friends. How many friends do you have? Not Facebook friends, but real friends. How many friends? 10 and above? You all are sad people, huh? You all don't have 10 friends. You all have at least 10 friends, right? Okay. How about at least 20 friends? I mean, for a while I'm like, we need to have more counseling sessions. How about 20 friends? 20 and above. How about when you go out for a movie, like how many friends do you go out with? 5? Okay, 2. Who go out with like 2 friends for a movie? Raise your hand. Don't just nod, raise. Okay, how many of you watch movies? Hey, you're bored. Hey, really? You all sing karaoke? What do y'all do? Come SGC. So, Sư-Phụ, we come SGC. If you have SGC Monday to Sunday, we'll come every day. We basically have no life. After SGC, after you leave, we just park outside and wait for next week. No, I mean seriously. What do y'all do for hobby, for leisure? Go for lunch, go for shopping, hang out, talk about people. Different age have different hobby. Okay. Show of hands, how many of you go for movies at least maybe once a month? Or once, thereabout? Okay, once in a while? At least once in a while? At least means once a month is included? Okay. How about karaoke? How about go to like Zouk? Is Zouk still around? No more Zouk, huh? Still around? Oh, still around. Okay. I don't think I've ever been to Zouk actually. As much as in Dharma talk, I often talk about it. I'm not one of those chong type. I just stay at home, play computer games. But I've watched a lot of movies. So Venerable Sāriputta and Venerable Mahāmogallāna, they don't have movies to watch, they have plays. And because they are rich people, any of you own cinemas? No. Nowadays we have home entertainment system, maybe 60-inch, maybe 100-inch projector, whatever. So, sometimes last time we watched those period drama, 家春秋. So at the opening scene, the family, rich family, then they were doing preparation for the celebration of the Akong Ama, and then they asked the theater people to come to the house to set up the tentage and then perform. Remember? Say yes. How many of you are lying? So Venerable Mahāmogallāna and Venerable Sāriputta were like that. They were so rich, they don't just go anywhere to watch. They invite the troupe to perform for them. This is what they do. It is not that they cannot make it, nothing to do, then go and become a monk. So they were really, up there, living the life. And when they invite the troupe to perform, it's not just the two of them with popcorn and coke and but they had grouped a huge number of friends. it is said that each of them had, I think, about 250 friends. Yeah. So the two of them together, maybe, I think is it 500 friends. So when they go out, it's a scene, you know. Yeah. You can imagine if they are alive today, when they go to Ion, wow, the whole Ion field, you know. So one day, they were having this celebration. They brought a troupe, performed, and the first day enjoyed themselves. Then they went back, rested. The next day they came again, enjoyed the show, and when they go back home, the two of them start to think. Now, back then they don't have WhatsApp. So they thought about it separately. Yeah? And the two of them had this thought, hey, we asked the troupe over to come and entertain us, to bring us joy and happiness, to make us laugh and, you know. But consider this, these troopers, these performers, they themselves are still subject to aging, sickness and death. They are still subject to suffering. How can someone who is subject to suffering be able to give us true happiness, lasting happiness, permanent happiness? They cannot possibly give us that if they themselves don't have it. Yeah? See, that's the difference, you know. For them, even when they are enjoying themselves, they don't just immerse into it, dive in and just get lost in it, you know. In the midst of this celebration, this entertainment, they are able to glean insight, wisdom, you know, and realize this fallacy of such pursuits. But because they don't have WhatsApp, they couldn't text each other. Yeah. And then they thought, what if I were to abandon this kind of pursuit and go forth and try to find a solution to this problem of suffering? Yeah. I mean, think about it. How many of us watching movies, going shopping, you know, having meal, catch up with friends would come to this realization? Yeah. So this is the context of these two persons who were to become the Buddha's chief disciple. And the next day, when they went to the same place, they wanted to tell each other that, I'm going to abandon this, you can continue. But because they're so tight, they're such good friends, the moment they arrived and they saw each other, one of them was like, I have something to tell you. And they said, yeah, I also have something to tell you. And so one of them basically shared his thoughts, and the other person is like, exactly, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they're such good friends. Yeah. And so they decided, you know what, why don't we just go? And so they decided to, and they announced to all their friends, okay, all the expenses paid, you all can continue the entertainment. We are going off. Yeah, we're going to go and find a solution to suffering, to seek true happiness. And you know what happened to the friends? All the friends, who say, no. The friends were like, well, without you, then what's the whole point? This is how close all their friends are with them. So when they left, the whole group of friends, a few hundred of them all left together, you know. Can you imagine? Yeah. And there I say so, it starts off with how you all do it. When some of you come for SGC, and you maybe listen to the teachings of the Buddha and you find that, yeah, this makes sense. And then you inspire your friends to come. Maybe you don't think, oh, Venerable Sāriputta and Venerable Mahāmogallāna inspire a few hundred friends. I inspire one of my sister. It is not easy to do so, you know. Yeah. A few more lives, you will inspire maybe tens of people. A few more lives, who knows, hundreds of people. For them, in their final life, a whole group of them left. Eventually, Venerable Sāriputta met Venerable Assaji, and then through their conversation, he attained first fruit. Now fast forward, the two of them went to see the Buddha, and separately they attained enlightenment. Venerable Mahāmogallāna, within 7 days, at the end of 7 days, he attained enlightenment. Venerable Sāriputta, after 7 days.